What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the last preview of the Serie A season. We'll probably do so for the Club World Cup, but this is the last one. And who would have thought that the last game of the season is the most important game of the season? And it's not because we can win a title or whatever. We're playing in Champions League final. It's because we need to beat relegation side Venezia. Yes, it's a sad reality, but it's our reality. We need to go to Venezia, who can still stay in Serie A with a win and other results going their way. We need to beat them, and we get top four. Not to make it a successful season, a happy season, whatever, a memorable season, but to make it a season we suffered in, and we will probably suffer less. If we make top four, the pain will probably be a bit softer because it's like, oh, it's finally over. But if we miss out on top four and we're playing Europa League or Conference League, whatever, well, that pain is gonna last not only this summer, but also next season when we are playing Europa League football or Conference League football, whatever. So for the last preview of the season, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to at least 100 likes again, because this is a big game against, well, a small opponent. However, they will show up big 100% because they have something on the line as well. So let's talk about it. Okay, Venezia away. Last match of the season, like I said. Venezia got smoked by Cagliari, also relegation side, last week. And you might say, well, we're going to smoke them as well. It's only logical, right? Well, it's not logical. One, because Venezia at home are different. Not that they're fantastic, but it's ugly. It's not fun to play. The pitch, the everything is just horrible to play at. As other teams, they lose games. But if you watch them at home, and again, I don't watch a lot of Venezia, but the games I watch, or part of the games, funnily enough, are at home for some reason. It's not fun to watch, not entertaining games, not very open games, very ugly, and whatever, everything about that pitch and that club is just, yeah, like it's not fun to play against. But we need to show up, win, and move. That's it. That's the only thing. Again, like I said, against when we played last week, when we played that game against Udinese, formations irrelevant. Who's gonna play irrelevant? All those things, tactics irrelevant, because those things have been irrelevant for months, weeks. So they cannot become relevant right now. It's impossible. It is what it is. The message is very clear, and the thing is very clear. You need to win, or you're in trouble. Because Torino, excuse me, are not gonna lose, are not gonna win against Roma, nor are they taking a point away from Roma. That's just impossible. I'm sorry, like it's just not gonna happen for obvious reasons, and also Torino are horrible as well to begin with. But yeah, you can, if you do not win, you need to hope Roma draw that game and don't, do that in a different fashion. You need to hope, Lazio don't beat Lecce. Lazio are going to beat Lecce. We're talking about Roma, but we also need to look at, like, if we lose this game on the final match day, I think nobody will be surprised at this moment in time. No matter what the results have been lately, win against Udinese, it doesn't change the fact that we can easily go to Venezia and lose that game. That's very realistic for us this season. It's not out of the blue. It wouldn't be a shock whatsoever. I think nobody, or I, for that account, I will not be surprised if we go to Venezia and lose. However, we cannot lose. The players who are at the club still, the players who apparently care, and so on, they're gonna need to show up, because Venezia are gonna come out fighting. Swing. They have, like, Venezia need to win. Period. They need to win. They cannot enter that game with the mindset of, you know what? If we take a point right here, it's good, because I have in front of me, they have 29 points. Lecce are going to Lazio. They're probably gonna lose, and Empoli. I need to check who they're playing. I wrote it down. They play Verona, so they have a shot. Again, Verona. They played them on the final. No, they didn't play. Yeah, they played them on the final match day, right? And they scored the last winner last season with Niang, and then Niang missed to Salernitana down, or Sampdoria down, whatever. But it's again, if Empoli can win that game, Lecce probably going to lose against Lazio. Venezia, no, they have a shot, and their shot is the only thing out there. They need to go out there and win. They cannot play for a point and for a draw. They need to win. They have nothing, but absolutely nothing to lose, and that is dangerous because we already face teams, every team that is not scared to play us, and right now they have absolutely no fear. They have no fear. If they lose, if they draw, they're out. They're going to go on that pitch. Or like, if we win, we probably are staying in Serie A. We have absolutely nothing to lose. And we have the pressure of, we need to win as well. We need to win. However, it's not really a must. Maybe it's Roma. I hope they don't do that mindset. They need to go out there from minute one and push Venezia back. That's what they need to do. They need to set the pace, the tempo. They're going to do not wait and see, because if somehow, some way, Nicolucci gets a free kick, it gets, 1-0, a corner, 1-0, the shithousery and the defending they're going to do is going to be insane. And we already struggle breaking down teams. We struggle creating a bulk of chances. Now imagine doing that against a relegation side, being up that can counterattack. It's going to be insane. So we need to set the pace. We need to go up very early, one way or another, and then Venezia they need to score anyway. They need to win, but then they have absolutely no solution. Then throw everything out there, and then it's in your hands to just close it out. I hate sitting here and being scared to play Venezia on the final day, not to win the title, to just get top 4, to get into the Champions League, to make life a bit easier for the next coach, and to get rid of certain players and improve the squad. That's insane, but that's the reality. That's actually the reality we're in right now, because we dropped so many points throughout the seasons from winning positions against awful teams when we were, cruising in games, basically last minute here, stupid goal conceded there, whatever. This should have been done ages ago, dropping points against Fiorentina, and what was it, Cagliari, it should have been done. It should have been absolutely done. That would have been 4 points more, and it was done already. But we haven't, for obvious reasons, and we are in this situation because we deserve to be in this situation right now. And if we don't beat Venezia, we deserve to be in the Europa League or Conference League, whatever. Probably not even getting qualified from the get-go, and probably needing to play qualification matches as well. That's probably the messed up part. I don't even know how that is, because I don't care about Europa League, but probably that's also a thing. Because we can finish, like, let's be realistic here. If we do not win that game, let's say we lose and Fiorentina, Lazio win and Roma win, we can actually drop into Conference League qualification. Like, let that sink in. If we lose and Roma beat Torino and Lazio beat Lecce, we are playing Conference League football. That's on the line. That's actually on the line, and it can potentially happen. And I think nobody, again, will be shocked if we are sitting here next week and we're like, we finished 6th. We actually finished 6th. And if you look at Venezia's result, by the way, they... let me bring it up because I wrote them down. I saved them. So they lost against Cagliari last week. They won against Fiorentina at home. Listen to this. 1-1 away to Torino. They lost at home against Milan. They drew Empoli away. They won against Monza at home. They drew Lecce away. They lost against Bologna. They drew Napoli at home. They drew Como and Venezia. They drew Lazio at home. Like, I'm looking at the big teams. They lost against Roma. But they kept Lazio at bay. They kept Atalanta at bay. They kept Napoli at bay as well. So, I mean, it's not really a given, is it? And I'm actually fearful. I'm not going to lie. I am fearful about it because I don't want to be in the Conference League. I don't even want to be in the Europa League, let alone the Conference League. So, yeah, let me know. Are you scared? Are you convinced? Are you confident we're getting top 4? Whatever, let me know in the comments, and we will see tomorrow post game. It could be epic in either way. Thanks for watching. Ciao.